obviously these are the two guys that have committed most recently, but this time of year is right for commitments. Obviously, I know over on your Tide Talk Live Twitter account, you put out some dates that some Alabama fans might want to watch closely. Some others that I wanted to just kind of quickly talk about. Obviously, these guys have not officially committed, but guys that we really think are trending super well towards Alabama in Xavier Griffin, Cedarian Morgan, and Jira Edwards. What do you think is kind of some of the high points on each of these guys? Obviously, all three of them being high 5-star. This is a kind of a star-studded group that's going to kind of close out close out June and the beginning of July.
Well, much like Crowell, Xavier Griffin is being really pushed by the Texas Longhorns. Now, look, Griffin is a guy, he's from the state of Georgia, but has a lot of family that loves Alabama. So I think Alabama is in good position for him. I'm not a guy who loves to predict where high school kids are going to commit to because they're high school kids. And I know you don't have kids. I have kids. I can't predict what any of my kids are going to do ever. And I know them like the back of my hand. So I'm not going to pretend like I know what some of these kids who I don't even know are going to do, because most of the time they don't really know what they're going to do until the last minute. But I think Alabama likes where they sit with Xavier Griffin right now. They really like where they sit with Jai Edwards. The fact that he canceled all his other official visits following his official visit with Alabama, I think says a lot. Excited about him. I think he is a special talent there in the back end of the defense at that safety position. I didn't say this about Xavier Griffin. I love his position versatility. He reminds me a lot of Jahad Campbell, where he can kind of play that off-ball linebacker at inside, maybe that stinger position like Jahad Campbell, but also in pass rushing situations, be out there on the edge and get after the passer as well. So I like his position versatility. Jai Edwards, like I said, is a really good player as well. We got Malachi Lee's announcing on soon as well, but I think that's a Michigan lean. Who was the other guys we're talking
Cedarian
about?
Morgan.
Cedarian Morgan, yeah. How can we forget him? That dude, obviously, most of the people have RPM'd him for Alabama as well. I think he's committed in July 2nd, coming up here in just a couple days. He would be a massive get for Alabama. If Coach DeBoer can go into the Independence Week with commitments from Kroll and Cedarian Morgan, I think Alabama fans will be feeling a lot better about this recruiting class. And I think it shows once again that we probably should be a little patient in terms of recruiting. But I love Cedarian Morgan. It's rare that you find a guy at 6'4", 220, that can run the way he runs, that has the catch radius that he has, and the ability to win. We call them 50-50 balls. I think with Cedarian Morgan, it's more about a 70-30, 75-25 ball, because this dude just goes up and gets it. And he would be a special addition to this class as well.
So these are some of the guys, obviously, that we know Alabama's super high on, and these are some of the ones that are committing here, through the beginning of July. Are there any other names that you're hearing that Alabama obviously has made good headway with? And by this, I don't exactly mean like every guy that's going to commit. I'm not worried about that. I'm just meaning some names that some Alabama fans might want to just circle and be like, hey, just take a look at this guy. Obviously, he may or may not commit. We'll see, right? Like, he may even have a visit coming up soon. Like, obviously, again, like you said, these are high school kids. The reason why you will never see me nor Stacy telling you who might come is because it changes, like somebody changes underwear, right? Like, I'm not worried about that. Like, I will tell you once they commit, whether it be basketball, whether it be football. But I am not in the business of trying to predict what these kids are going to do. I can tell you what I'm hearing, but I can also tell you that sometimes I hear something different every hour. So yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. A couple guys, I would say Zay Hall, a linebacker from Tuscaloosa, recently received an offer. I guess it's been about a month ago. Was on an official visit this last weekend as well. Measured in roughly 6'3", around 225 at Alabama's camp, or on Alabama's visit. They say he runs a legit 4.5 40. So that's a guy. I know he's a lower ranked player. Once again, go look at some of the schools that have offered him, and you'll think, okay, I believe this guy could fit at Alabama. So, excuse me, I really like Zay Hall. I think Alabama's in good position for him as well. Owen Cable, a receiver from the Nashville area, another 3-star guy who is right. I mean, forget the rankings, if I tell you there's a receiver that's 6'3", 190 to 200 pounds, runs a 4.4, 4.5 40, and has a great vertical leap, has really good ball skills, would you take him?
Of course.
Okay. So that's what Owen Cable is. And so forget the rankings, forget all that. I always encourage everyone, anytime I do a recruiting show, just turn on the tape. It's that simple. Everybody's got a huddle tape now, or you can look it up on YouTube. All these guys have film. Go watch them play and say, hey, look, this dude looks like he could play at Alabama, or this dude looks like he could play in the SEC or the Big Ten. And if he can play in the SEC or the Big Ten, then he can play for Alabama. So Owen Cable, Zay Hall, those are two other guys that I would keep my eye on if I was an Alabama fan.